Morning. This is Sam, trail name Batman. It is Saturday, January 13th. I have 58 days until I step off from Big Stamp Gap, that's Forest Service Road 42, walk south for about a mile to Springer, sign in, take some photos, and then start north on my 2024 Nobo through hike attempt. What I wanted to do today was take a couple of minutes to just go over where I am on selecting a pack for my journey. I have a lot of packs, probably 8 to 10, some of which I'm crazy about, others so-so. I have narrowed down my choice for this hike to 4 packs, 2 of which I've used before, 2 of which I have not used before and are relatively new. Starting on my right, the first pack is the Gregory Optic. It is the 58 liter pack. I used this, in addition to using this numerous times on backpacking trips in the Sierra and in New England. I used this on our 2022 Appalachian Trail through hike, which was cut short by COVID, a broken foot, and an abscess. This is actually a new pack. What happened was I was on after we had to leave the AT, we went out to California and I did a couple of 3-day hikes. And on one of them, I noticed that the waist belt was starting to separate one of the sides down in here. I don't know if you can see that down here. I sent it back. I reached out to Gregory. They were very helpful. They told me, send the pack back. We'll take a look at it. I sent the pack back. They told me it was not repairable. And I said, well, great. Well, can I get a new pack? And they said, yes, we can give you a new pack because it was covered under warranty, but we no longer make the Optic. The Optic has been replaced with the Focal 58. So they sent me the Focal 58, but I was still enamored of this pack. So I was online at some gear shop online, and I noticed that they had an Optic 58 liter pack. So I ordered it, same color as the old pack. It was sent to me, and so now I have it. Again, I have not used this pack yet on the trail, but I have used its brother, I guess. I like this pack, a lot of good things about it. The downside, the waist belt pockets are a little small and tight. It carries well. The recommended weight is not more than 40 pounds, but I would never go over 35. When I was doing the AT in 22, my total weight, including food, water, and fuel, was probably about 26, 27 pounds. When I did the JMT, my total weight was up over 30 because I carried a bear canister. On that hike, I actually used the Z-Packs Arc Haul. But I think I could easily fit a bear canister in this pack without an issue. It would only increase the weight because I would probably carry a smaller bear canister on the AT than I did on the JMT because food resupplies are simply closer together. So I could either put it on top or I could put it inside like I did with the Z-Packs Arc Haul. The pack I got to replace the Optic was the Focal. It looks very similar to the Optic. They have made some changes. The back pocket seems larger. The waist belt pockets seem larger. Again, Disadvantage, they don't have a really good daisy chain on this pack, and that's problematic, with your water bottle and your water bottle carrier and your phone carrier. But what I'm going to do is it's got 2 stays. They both packs weigh in about 36 to 37 ounces. The weight limit on this again is 40 pounds, but I will not, even if I carried a bear canister, I won't go above 32 probably. Hyperlight. I've had a junction. This is my second junction actually. I really like them. They carry well. They have 2 stays in, which is good for my back. They have copious, they have large waist belt pockets, a relatively large side pockets for water bottles, a great daisy chain. What else do I want to say? They've got a really large back pocket. The only thing I don't like about this back pocket is the mesh. Gear tends to get stuck in the mesh, and if you're going through high brush, you can get caught up on it. My last one got ripped in a couple of spots, and it doesn't have load lifters, which is to me a downside, but I saw a video where I can add load lifters relatively easily, so I'm probably going to do that I'm going to do that for this pack regardless of whether I use this pack on the AT. The final pack, I'm constantly looking at gear. I am fortunate enough to have the wherewithal to be able to buy gear, and I was online at the Hyperlight website a couple of months ago, and I saw they came out with a new series of gear, the Unbound series. I actually have bought their Unbound 2-person zipped tent, which we're going to have a video about in a week or so. But they came out with a new pack. It's the Unbound, and this is the 55 liter. Very similar to the Junction, with a couple of significant differences, both positive and negative. They have very large side pockets. I mean, you can fit 2 water bottles in this thing. And I really like that because the side pockets and waist belt pockets on a lot of packs are great to have, but they always tend to be a little small and a lot more difficult to use. They did not use the same material for their back pocket, and this thing is really huge. And they used some kind of material. It's not see-through, I don't think, but it won't get caught like the one on the Junction does. They also have a pocket underneath the pack, which some people have said is for trash. I would probably use it for gear. They have really large waist belt pockets, which I like. The zippers are really easy to use. I could probably do this one hand. The waist belt is actually replaceable, so if it's damaged, like my Optic, or you lose weight, which you undoubtedly will do on the trail, you can easily replace it. It's got a great daisy chain on each shoulder strap. The 2 disadvantages that I see, and one's a potential disadvantage, is this pack only has 1 stay in it. And I don't know how that's going to affect the carry, at least for me personally. I'm an older guy. I do have some back issues. So we're going to see how that does. It is supposed to carry comfortably up to 40 pounds. Again, my packs never got, even with a bear canister, we're not getting above 30 or 32. And the other thing is it does not have load lifters, which I think I can relatively easily add based on the videos that I've seen. I'm anxious to get this pack on, or filled on. In fact, I'm going out Monday for a hike on the Goodwater Trail, which runs along Lake Georgetown here in Georgetown, Texas. I'm going to load this thing up with about 30 pounds, and I'm going to do a 10 to 12 mile out and back hike tomorrow. And I will do that with each of the packs, maybe twice. And I'll see, they're all great packs. These are two really good companies that stand behind their gear. They make good gear and they stand behind their gear. So that's it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to drop me a message. I would appreciate it if you like this video, if you could like it. Also, I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers. I know for a lot of you YouTubers, that's a really small number, but I am about 280, 290. So I would appreciate it if you haven't subscribed, if you could, and I will see you on the trail. Take care now.